old school. We're gonna be playing with one of the big men. We might do the whole game, we might not, depends. My son's in swimming class right now, so we got some time, but as soon as the kids talk about, hey man, let's go do the trampolines or let's go do the skydiving thing, I'm like, all right, so let's go. I don't know if he's really into Streets of Rage like that. I mean, I'll probably ask him if we could do some recording on some Streets of Rage, but because I do have two controllers, so we can do something. You know what I mean? Playing like that, boy. I'm not even. You remember how he was playing with Blaze, and I was concerned about her. I have none of that to do here. I'm probably gonna have to do a rerun with Blaze, but it's probably gonna she'll probably be the catalyst to playing with the other moves because they have like a whole nother moveset now. Yeah, everybody has a different moveset. I don't know if I'm going to be playing with anybody who's not in the main roster, but we'll see. I'm not going to make any promises that I can't keep. I'm just going to say that I'm going to do what I can. Yeah, he got reach. I ain't even worried about it. Yeah, he might not give me like all the combos in the world, but at least he is like strong. You know what I'm saying? Got durability. Oh yeah. I can't do that. I can't let y'all do that. What? Okay, I gotta do like superb dodging when it comes to those guys. Because we almost got clapped there. Like straight up. So. Dude's very strong, but he could also be very slow, which is usually the typical that you get with big men. The big men on campus. And a little bit of patience might help with this character. Absolutely. Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh yeah. What up, lady? As soon as I grab that. That's what I'm talking about sometimes. It's a pet peeve of mine. Because it is one thing I cannot stand in video games, getting hit is like as soon as you heal. Take that out. Doo. Who's asking about the red pill? You know what? I was just on somebody's channel talking about the red pill. Not a very popular topic these days. I mean, I don't talk about it that much because I understand that as human beings, we're like raindrops, bro. It's generational. So if you think that the last generation is going to be dealing with the new generation is talking about vice versa, well, there's got to be a connect somewhere. I'll say that much. And what's been happening is that there's been like for me, the red pill has really helped me, but if people have the perception that the red pill is only through people like Adam22 or like Andrew Tate, then yeah, you know, I too don't want to be associated, but not like the philosophy of it and all that, but it's just like some people think like these guys are the fucking red pill, and it's like that's not necessarily the case. But what the red pill was supposed to be, because if you ever watch like the first Matrix movie, which I'm pretty sure today's generation probably hasn't, you know, they probably don't even know what the hell the Matrix is. But like, it's supposed to be. Oh, can I stand that? It's supposed to be like you make a choice. You know, it's like if you are in a relationship where a woman is taking advantage of you, because, you know, we do live in a world where it's like You know, people do people do whatever they do to each other, and it's not just men. You know, you go to Jada Black recently, and what he was talking about. He's talking about this football player whose female is taking advantage of him, and they've been together since they were like in school and all that. So it's just a moniker of like, can you trust this person even though you've known this person for a very long time? And that's only a question that you can answer. Because if you see how she's treating dude, it's like, society ain't gonna do shit for you. You know what I'm saying? Other dudes obviously they're gonna think you're gay or some shit like that because you're not talking to women right now. And maybe there's some things that you got to figure out. Maybe you're just dealing with the wrong women. Maybe you need to just take your time. Like I know I needed to take my time. But, some guys, they think it's like it's hatred for women or nothing. I mean, or something like that. And it's not hatred for women, it's caution of relationships. And you also got to keep in mind we're not like, what I'm saying, like the super goody two shoe. I mean, some guys are obviously, some chicks are, but we all have our flaws, bro. Don't think for 1 second in any relationship that you're like you're like the end all be all, because you just might not be accustomed to being in a relationship with a woman. And I mean, some people could think some, whatever they want about that comment, but think about it like this, right? Some guys are just not accustomed to being with women, and they have to figure that out for themselves. Like I'm done with the days of like telling dudes what they should do in their relationships. They have to figure that out for themselves. And I think that's what a lot of people have gotten irritated with, like Andrew Tate's, because they're making money off of this shit. And this is not necessarily something to be, make money off of, but you can if you want to. But understand what's gonna come with it. It's gonna come a lot of people in their opinions. So, and then they're probably not going to come from the same kind of understanding you came from about dealing with relationships and all. Some guys are going to learn the hard way. Some guys are going to see what you're talking about. But if they're going through, like I said, the Andrew Tates of the world, then it's not necessarily, you're not necessarily probably won't get the same lessons, because, when you're dealing with egos and you're dealing with other dudes, you either have dudes who like really like what you're doing, or you have dudes who like really hate what you're doing. And that's what I see a lot of today. Like, you have people who are like super Andrew Tate fans, but you also have quite a people who can't stand Andrew Tate, regardless if even Andrew Tate is telling some facts. There's probably a lot of shit that you would disagree with them, and plus just his demeanor is not necessarily to a lot of people's liking because he's kind of arrogant. He's got an ego. But I think with a lot of the red pill guys, at least how it started, was just watching how this is this society is kind of like treating the dynamic of relationships. And we see that there are some women who just use men for what they can do for them. You make up your own mind about that, how you feel, but it is ordained for men to hold down the household and all. You know, and I guess it's kind of messed up when you got a lot of men who do that, who do that very thing, but it's like sometimes it doesn't matter how good you could treat a woman, she still wants to go off on her own and all that, and it's like, dude, you got to make your own choice, man. I mean, I can't. Damn. Yeah, that's why I don't really talk about red pill that much because it's something that I've recognized that you have to do for yourself. You know, you have to recognize if you're in a bad relationship. You have to recognize if a woman is taking advantage of you, and you also have to recognize if you're just not good at relationships, because you might be not good at relationships. You got to figure some things out. You also, you know, my best lesson I could teach you is if you're going to be in a relationship, make sure that you have your life on solid, because again, you can't live anybody else's life except for your own life. So you're not living her life. I know, you know, a lot of men want to take care of a woman and hold her down. Hell, it's in my DNA to do that. But you know, don't do it at the expense of your soul. Don't do it at the expense of your money. Don't do it at the expense of, you know. And keep in mind, when you forming a family, you gonna be spending money. Okay. You know, back in quote unquote my time, raising a child from infancy to the age of 18, it was going to cost you at least $250,000. I can't imagine the price of that going down anytime soon. So that's everybody. That's everybody's lives. You know, you probably don't want to put that much of this duality into money, but you know, the way our society is, the way that most societies are, you got to work hard for that money. And usually 9 times out of 10, it's going to be men who work hard for the money. Not to say that there aren't women who don't have talents or jobs or skills that could you know, they could take care of themselves. But 9 times out of 10, when a woman gives birth, I was there for the mother of my child's birth, and you know, despite how I might feel about her, dude, I could generally say she is a warrior, bro, because she almost died giving birth to my son. Really, like, she's a straight up warrior because she barreled through a lot, and that's what a multitude of women have to go through. You know, they have to go through the struggles of birth. Sometimes for some women, they can breeze through it. You know, sometimes it's like their first birth was just easy, but their second birth was, or sometimes their first birth was, you know, like, was the complex one, but then the second birth was a lot more simpler. You know, it's complication, and the amount of time that women are not able to work after they give birth to your big head ass kid. And keep in mind, your mom went through this shit, your dad went through this shit. So you just have to get your bearings down, basically, if you're gonna just be in a relationship. Because the anti-red pill guy, they think you're fucking gay, bro. You think you're gay. And I don't think that's the case necessarily. I think it's just a lot of men are just being cautious. You know, a lot of men are just being cautious because they see what's happening. They see what happens with, especially with celebrity guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they're just getting taken advantage of, basically. You know, but it's something that you have to figure out for yourself, really. It really is. Because there's a lot of men, I could preach red pill, MGTOW shit all day, but there'll probably be a lot of men who will challenge me as opposed to taking heed to what I have to say. But yeah, man, it's your life. You know, it's like, do you want to be in a marriage where you feel like you're being taken advantage of? And you might not be. I'm not saying that you are. I'm not saying that you're not. But if you feel as a man that you're being taken advantage of, you know what's your step? What's going to be, you know, your calling? You know, how are you going to? Because divorce, just like children are a lot of money, a divorce, that's a lot of money too. And the way that the state and the country set it up is 9 times out of 10 the women who are going to need help. Now, some women fight against that. You know, you heard it from the feminist crowd and all that. But even the feminists, even the feminists who have their opinions about men or whatever, they struggle sometimes too. So it's always going to be an advantage to the women in terms of, you know, the justice system and the court system. And that's just the way I've not seen any man, no man, being able to have a woman pay for child support. It doesn't even matter if she's making more money than him. Like, it's just not going to happen. I'm telling you. Like, very rarely do you have the woman be put on child support and that worked out perfectly, bro. That worked out perfectly. Jeez Louise. But yeah, man, it's like you have to figure it out for yourself, you know, for your relationship. You could have, like, I met some dudes, right? They were cool dudes, real cool dudes. But their wives or their girlfriends were total bitches, bro. And I'm just like, hey man, that's your call. Cause you know, there's a lot of marriages, a lot of men who are just faking the funk because they know what's up. They know if they get a divorce from they woman's gonna tear their ass up. They know they know what's up. So, you know, it's really up to you. It's really how you feel. It's really how things are working for you. That didn't work out for me too well, but. You're getting too close. We was too close on that one, boy. I had to make a decision. Home run, baby. Oh, you still kicking, huh? Okay, good on you. Yeah, man, but that's the reason why I really don't talk all that is you know, whether you are red pill, whether you are MGTOW, whether you know, no matter what you're doing. That is not working out for me. That is not working out for me. I might actually take a L here. But yeah, man, it's your call. And nobody else could really make that call except for you. I've you know listened to the red pill for, you know, advice and things like that, but obviously lately, you know, I put some cautionary on it because of the people who are preaching it, basically. And yeah, some of the people who are preaching it, you gotta, you know, think about what their intentions are and what their motives are, and you know, if you want to donate to a guy because you agree with what he's doing on his channel, you want to help support him, that's all good. But you know, if he's doing it for the mere fact that you know, he wants to just take advantage of you and just get paid, and you know, everyone else is in the ruck. Well, then it's kind of like, I don't know. I understand how, I guess I understand how some people feel, but it's just that. It's just, you know, how you feel. I can't feel for you. You know, we probably could feel the same feelings at the same time, but I'm not feeling those feelings that you're feeling. I'm feeling the feelings that I'm feeling. I'm going through what I'm going through in life. And so, you know, you have to make your own decisions as a man. Because you'll probably be one of those dudes who'll end up like really shitting on the red pill, really like shitting on all the people who are on top of the community in the red pill. You'll probably end up shitting on them like real bad. But then you'll end up in a relationship with a chickapoo and she'll really end up screwing you over like real bad. And you'll be like, okay, I see what some of those red guy pills are talking about. But, you know, again, you have to determine for yourself, because I personally don't know. It could very well just be me. And I'm just not very good at relationships. And I feel like there's, you know, I mean, the whole Young Miamis of the world, you know, like, you know, the shit that side of things is preaching, it seems to always kind of like win in through the end. You know, I've known couples who are like, they got into their 70s and 80s and they want to get a divorce, and I'm just looking at them like, what the fuck are you getting a divorce for? That make no goddamn sense. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, what? You 80 years old? You trying to talk to a new man or something? You trying to talk to a new woman? One of these new young chickapoos? Like I really don't have any quarrel against older people dating younger people, but bro, if you've been married to this chick for like 25 something years, and then all of a sudden you just want to get a divorce out the blue, like, shit just don't make no sense. But that's people's call, man. That's people's call. Some people, they do weather through the storm. They do go, you know, it just wouldn't make any sense. I'd rather just go out to the garage and just soak up my wounds there as opposed to getting a divorce to chickapoo. Because for some guys, for some chickapoos, having a divorce, it's a lot more like, just it just wouldn't make any sense for what their lifestyle is. But they probably can't stand each other, and that's a whole nother element, man. That is a whole nother element. Yeah, man. So to me, my like the red pill for me, I take it back to the Matrix, the first Matrix, right? Like, get that fuckboy out of here. Like, don't spam in my shit, bro. Get that fuckboy out of here. Bang! Get him the fuck out of here. What the fuck was he thinking? Nah, but like, you can hate. I don't care if you hate red pill or whatever. I don't give a fuck about that. But I just take it back to the Matrix. Like, this is what the red pill means to me, and that's why it's like it's hard to teach, because people are gonna make their own determination about it. But what I've determined is that the red pill is just more or less exposing the truth, and the blue pill is just you accepting whatever reality you want. Some people take the red pill, some people take the blue pill, as they say. And then you have all the terms in the fucking world, like incel and this and that, and you know, there's probably usually 9 times out of 10 the guys who don't like the red pill the most are probably usually the guys who get made fun of by the red pill the most. And I'm here to tell you, if you you awkward, strange guy, I'm not here to make fun of you, man. Well, how do you think I was when I was in high school, man? I was awkward as shit, bro. And the funny thing is, we used to think we was the shit back in high school, but like I said, man, it's kind of like perception. So the red pill is just exposing a certain truth. You know what I'm saying? But like with the new Matrix movie, like the latest one, the red pill means something entirely different. So that's probably why so many people's demeanor on it is so different. So you know, you at this point, the red pill, it it can mean whatever the hell you want it to mean. It probably doesn't mean exposing the truth for some people. It probably means for some people that, you know, you're weak or you're gay or, you know, whatever. It doesn't mean caution. It doesn't mean that you're just trying to probably review women, review yourself. Because you notice that some women, especially when they got a game plan, they hate the word prenup. They really hate the word prenup. And as a man, I have to ask, well, why do you hate prenup? Because I definitely don't want all of my money taken for. I mean, I get it. You know, in a relationship, you know, there's going to be some things that you're going to have to more or less help her out with. But like, bro, when it's like ordained in law and shit, it's like, I don't know about all this shit, bro. Like, it's just what you are accustomed to. Like, some people have jobs and they have the right job and, you know, they don't want to give their money to a female. They don't want to take care of a female. They just want to be able to hit it, quit it, and go on about their thing. But it's like, you got to think, man, females are very, very emotional creatures. Very emotional creatures. So they're not just gonna just want to just have sex with you because because of your sexual desires. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what are both parties getting out of this relationship? You know, some people can have just a purely sexual relationship. 9 times out of 10, it doesn't work. But they're there. They are, you know, very visible. How long they last, I don't know. You know, some relationships are based off of love and, you know, happiness and you know, two people can work things out and be able to have an understanding. Some people just can't. I'd rather you not be in a relationship with the person if you're like gonna be all. Cause I'd rather be closer to like just going ahead and breaking up with her instead of like getting close to fighting with her. Cause you know, if you have a lack of understanding there and there's arguing all the time, 9 times out of 10 it ain't gonna get no better, bro. I'm just letting you know, it ain't gonna get no better. If you arguing with her all the time, it's either you're gonna have to play the role that some like suburban men play, and just be like, look, happy wife, happy life. You know, as long as she's happy, I'm happy. You know, one of those things. You know, as long as she ain't ruining my PlayStation time. But I tell you right now, I would probably struggle more with the woman who's all about, you know, like her arrogance and her ego and her that, because like, if I'm telling you right now, bro, I'm not like in love with my Xbox or none of that shit like that. But I can't be having you just be breaking my Xbox and shit because I'm not paying enough attention to you and shit like that. I can't have that. And I also gotta have you understand that I'm not in love with my Xbox more than you. It's just that obviously the Xbox can do what you can't. It plays games for me. So what the hell do you want me to do? Like, damn, I can't have entertainment because you're not happy enough. It's like that's kind of bullshit, man. It's like you gotta give men time, you gotta give men space, you know, the same space that you demand from them. And some women just think that men are just fucking tools. Like just like you don't want to be like you don't want to be taken advantage of for just a sexual object. Well, what the fuck you think men don't want to be taken advantage of for? We don't want to be taken advantage of and be a fucking ATM. You know what I'm saying? And some niggas are used as just sexual tools as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, some men are prostitutes. Like, straight up. Yeah, didn't we just have a story with Big Tigger basically getting kidnapped? Didn't we just have that story? I'm dead ass serious, dude. His wife just kidnapped this nigga. Big Tigger. This is a nigga who used to be on the underground, the basement, and like, bro, like, what the fuck? I used to watch 106 in Park after I used to watch Big Tigger, and I thought one of the gayest episodes with Big Tigger is when he was listening to D'Angelo on the pool table, and this nigga was literally like falling in love with How Does It Feel. And I just thought, this nigga is expressing himself a little bit too much. That's just how I felt, though. But who would have known that 25, 26 years later, he be getting kidnapped by his motherfucking girl, man? Like, nigga, I can't rock with you if you kidnapping me, nigga. That's an entirely different scenario. Like, nigga, how you get kidnapped? That's some crazy shit, boss. It's gonna be hard to dodge this motherfucker, boy, because he is... Damn. Get your ass away from me, please. I said, get away from me, please. He must be one of those red pill men. He does got that mustache, boy. Oh, you fell right into my arms. Oh, he's getting mad now. Hear how mad you are, motherfucker. I got a goddamn... whatchamacallit on my arm. Somehow I knew I was gonna get jacked up in that exchange. I gotta go to these people's bikes. Come on, buddy. Jean-Claude Van Damme over here. Yeah, he close to whooping my ass, boy. But I got you. Got you. Yeah, but yeah, red pill is your thing, man. It's what you choose to do. I don't even think they'll be calling it red pill in the future. They'll be calling it something else, because whatever red pill or the manosphere or any of that shit used to be, it got messed up by people like Adam 22 and Andrew Tate, and the sad part about it is I don't like hate those guys. I tend to agree with them, and I tend to understand where they're coming from, because they're looking at it from, you know, a certain perspective. Like, yeah, it's society against men, and I wouldn't say like, you know, it's all women or it's all the justice system or any of that, but it definitely is like, bro, you can't be kidnapping your husband, son. Like, what the fuck? Like, you can't be kidnapping your husband, nigga. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, come on, bro. Something is obviously wrong with the game when, you know, you just basically treating each other like objects, and that's when I feel that, you know, just probably just need to go your own way. But it's hard to go your own way once you get married or into one of these relationships. That's the thing. That's probably why MGTOW became something, because It's like you can't even go your own goddamn way because. I'm just gonna grab this hole. Oh. Doing none of that. I'm definitely not promoting nothing, but Tigger, man, you can't be getting kidnapped, my dude. That's crazy. And see, that's us men. We thinking the little chickapoo that we got, like she'll never kidnap us, but nigga, you don't know every woman out there. There are probably some women out there who's real good at MMA, nigga. real good at that beat down shit. Whooping your ass, talking about, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Wrestling your ass down to the ground. And we over here laughing at dude because, oh, she tiny. How can you not? Like, first of all, it don't matter whether a woman is tiny or not. It is let me ask you a question. When has it ever been? When has it ever fucking been? Like, an acceptable thing. Even if she's the abuser. When the fuck has it ever been an acceptable thing for a man to put his hands on a woman? Go ahead, I'll wait. Never. 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 It has never been an acceptable thing. You can't defend yourself. You can't, like, and if I'm in a situation where I can't even defend myself, bro, what you gonna do? You gonna walk away. You gonna go your own way. You gonna walk right out the door because I was put in that situation, bro. Like, baby moms, I said some slick shit to her, dude. I ain't even gonna lie, dude. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, nigga, I wasn't at fault. I said some slick shit to her. Nigga, she pulled out the OJ, nigga. I'm seeing my son standing in the doorway, and I had to make a choice. I'm like, nah, man, I'm not gonna physically, like, I've seen this shit too many times in my life. You know, I understand, you know, you're not always gonna get along, but when it comes to family and things like that, it's like you got to make a decision, man, because I can't repeat old mistakes from either gender either. From either gender, it don't matter. Both genders make mistakes. But as a man, I'm just not gonna put my hands on a woman because you might see equality in some shit, but there's differences between men and women. There are. And I'm not saying that they're not women who can't fight, but it's just never going to be an acceptable thing, bro. And if it's never going to be an acceptable thing, then what you think people are going to think about you defending yourself? They're probably not going to even look at it as you defending yourself. So, you know, if that's how it's going to be, I mean, I'd never want to get into a fight, never want to get into an argument, but arguments happen. And what do most men do? They just kind of like, you know, put their head down and bear down the hatchet. I mean, that's what I did that night, but in order to avoid being in that situation again, I probably will never be in a relationship again because I don't mind being the bad guy and all that shit, but it's like, for what purpose? I wasn't in a relationship with you to be your bad guy, lady. I was trying to be in a relationship to love you and to take care of you and, you know, be the man in your life, but apparently I wasn't good enough. You know what I'm saying? Or I wouldn't say good enough, but we just didn't mesh the way that I thought we would. So had to make a choice, man. And no, I do not put all the blame or any blame on her, really, because it's just it's like the John Legend song, man. Like, we're just ordinary people, bro. Like, we got flaws, we got fears and all these emotions that Like, what are you gonna do, really? My method is just try to balance myself, and because it's not gonna be an easy life, no matter what you do. No matter what you do, man, it's not gonna be an easy life. So if you're thinking that it's gonna be an easy relationship, well, I mean, it's up to you. But ain't nothing easy, man. And don't take a good woman for granted, because there's not a lot of good relationships out there, in my opinion. I personally don't know. I'm not out there with the stats anymore, bro. I'm not reading the numbers and shit. Like, I'm kind of done with that shit, bro. They was gonna get me on now. I'm surprised I even caught a L in that one. So I've honestly been kicking a lot of ass during this run. I think what's been kind of drawing me back is you motherfuckers asking me about this red pill shit like I'm an expert. Like, nigga, my expertise, nigga, ain't no one coming to my channel for red pill shit right now. No one. I got certain niggas beefing with me about stupid shit. Hope they could forgive whatever I did, nigga, because I ain't paying nobody's bullshit, nigga. I'm like, nigga, what you on crack? You on drugs? Nigga. Nigga, I am not paying. If I ain't seeing nobody hit my goddamn cash app, nigga, I ain't got no money to give you. So who knows? Maybe we start building up this Cash App account, which right now we only had $50, I think. Wink, wink to you, motherfuckers. And that's when everybody stop moderating for me. It's like stop grifting, true. You just buried through that. Yeah, man, but red pill that's definitely, I don't know, conversation we'll have some other time, but we ain't gonna be talking about it like every day like we used to, because it's, I definitely don't want to give the perception that I'm trying to grift off of a movement or some shit like that. And to me, it's not even about that. It's just that I've realized over time that a lot of the younger men, they're not listening. They're gonna make up their own decisions no matter what you tell them. So sometimes in this life, hey man, you gotta go through it to get to it. And there's gonna be a lot of dudes going through it. No matter what pill they choose. And yeah, I think we have gotten a little bit too, we've gotten a little bit too discerned with pills and shit. Red pill, blue pill, black pill, pink pill, all this stupid shit, dude. It's just, I kind of see where some people are coming from with with some of this craziness. I'm just trying to make it as a human, man, and that shit is hard enough. Just trying to make it as a human being. That worked out. Man, how the hell? Damn! Dude, what the hell? It took like all my damn power. All my health. I said all my power. It's like, what the fuck? God damn, boy. Alright, well, we're gonna have to strategize a little bit. I feel a grenade coming. Hey, stay here for a minute, okay, lady? Seriously, she ain't staying. She just kicked me in the face. Threw a grenade at me. That's what I was expecting. Get away from me, please. And she lands on her feet, of course. Of course, she's about to call her biological fathers. Boy. Oh my god. I was trying to get the grenade, but never mind. Never mind. We almost got clapped right there, boy. I didn't even realize we made it to level 8. What the hell? Damn airplane sound like a whale. Y'all better fix y'all engines, boy. What? Can't stand those freaking garbage ass fire. All they do is throw fire at you, like what the hell. Before you do that. think we could catch them. Yeah, there we go. Bitch. Gotta be fucking kidding me. Exit stage left, baby. Go here just to get some extra points. What? Whatever. You're a fragment of my imagination. Of course. So I actually wanted to defeat you. I don't know why. Because it just cost me a star, but I'm not going to really need, like... Yeah, see, I got another star right here. And I got 2 healths over there. We might take a break after this. Drink me some water. Been doing a lot more cardio as of lately. Doctor recommended, so try to do what the doc says. I need some points. Goodbye. I thought I could beat her. I thought I really could. Damn. Probably shouldn't say shit like that out loud, like I thought I could beat her. You know, that doesn't sound right, considering the fact after what we just talked about. Yeah, that doesn't sound right. Shit, man. But yeah, we made it to level 10. I'm actually going to take the... Wait, level 9. Can't count. Made it to level 9. Obviously, my counting skills are questionable, to say the least, but I'm going to take about a 5 to 10 minute break. Hey, look, for y'all who be like keeping time and all that, look, I might take a 20-minute break. I might take a 50-minute break. Y'all keep messing with me. You feel what I'm saying? Don't play with me, baby. Okay? It's Sherm time, baby. The hell? All right, I'll be back. Need a break, baby. I need a break, baby. I'm gonna turn the camera so y'all don't see my booty. Looking at my butt. Can't have that. Looking at my booty. Oh yeah. Red pill in the. No, this ain't red pill in the hockey mask time. Hockey mask time. See, I like dude right here, RPL. See, this is a red pill dude that keeps it real. That's who I'm looking for in life. I don't listen to the Andrew Tates of the world, baby. I do listen to dude though. Damn. Oh, there you go. There you go. You mess with moms, you're gonna have to pay. You can't mess with moms. You can't mess with moms, boy. See what I'm talking about? RPM is talking about a case where where arrogant woman thought that she was gonna get away with messing with moms. It didn't work. Okay? Now, some of you men out there, you might hate the red pill, but you love moms, and you know that not even them hoes out there, them young Miamis of the world, they ain't gonna mess with moms, boy. Don't get me wrong, I like me some good old butt cheeks. But I can't sacrifice butt cheeks over moms, boy. Moms is the love of life, baby. That's the love of light. She gave life to her brother. You can't replace moms, boy.
said, I've got a gun. I'm gonna pull the fucking trigger.
Well,
And shot her in the head.
see what I'm
He
talking about?
told the dispatcher.
Because there's also some aspects for some dudes that men are supposed to act a certain way. You can't necessarily say what a man is supposed to do in his own relationships. Just like if you're expecting not to listen to Red Pill because just felt like whooping his ass. Yeah, man, but you gotta make your own choice. What's up? Y'all want it? Shit, this is hard enough keeping those motherfuckers away from me. Alright, cool. Because when you got Blaze, dude, it feels a bit overwhelming. But when you got Dude, it's like I'm overwhelming them. That's kind of how it feels. Because you get to this part, boy, you are like, oh my god, please help me. Oh, great shot. He got me on that one. Good shot. I think that's why Streets of Rage is like my number 5, number 2, number 3. It's somewhere in the top 5 for me because music and it does a good job in bringing a new variety, and it also has maintained to keep all the retro stuff. So it kind of brings that flavor of the first 3, excuse me, I was about to say Resident Evil, but the first 3 Streets of Rage games. This is my favorite song out of all of Streets of Rage, right here. And they only play it in this elevator. It so angers me. What? ain't doing all that. We ain't doing all that. See if I'm grabbing these bars. Before you do that, okay. Who you think we playing with next? Take 3 guesses. And the funny thing is, we're probably gonna have more trouble with ourselves than anything else. Oh, he went back to get the bat. That was brilliant. Let's see what we got. I think we got some sort of message. Ugh. Cha! I'll listen to Chickapoo.
There are just some small things that he could change, like the profile picture and things like that. Because he wanted to be shitty, it did. Like he was
Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Oh, don't do that. I felt the death coming along, boy. I felt the ass whooping coming along. I'm like, let me go ahead and make a decision. He hit me perfectly. I'm not even gonna lie about that. That was pretty good. That worked out perfectly. Shit. Finally. Things working. And we only got like 1,000 points left to get to the 9th life. So more than likely, we can beat this if we decided to. We got so many damn lives now, boy. He couldn't handle that, man. That was too much for him. That was too much. Like, he ain't gonna be able to handle this. Alright. Level 11, let's get it. It's cool. Give me a fucking break, bro. Whatever. Oh boy. It's just like a little pet peeve. It will always be a pet peeve. If it's not your pet peeve, hey man, it's your call, but I cannot stand when I just heal. I mean, just heal. God damn it. God damn it. Can't stand these jumpy ass chicks. Well, we got some health in the next little room here though, so it doesn't really matter. Plus, we got like 9 lives, so we're good. But just if you're on like a roll, those chicks do not help at all. I swear I was gonna grab her and throw her, but that didn't work at all. No, don't do that. Come on, guys, don't do that. Wee. Hey, ladies. Doing that Diddy shit I see, okay. Yeah, I know how to use dude real good. Dude, we basically have had no sweat, and I know I'm playing it on Mania. We picked it right before we got started on this game. This shit is funny. Gotcha. I don't know what that means. Alright guys, we made it to the last level, so we're gonna take one more break, just one more little break. One more little itty bitty tiny little break. And we should be right back. About 4 minutes. You could keep time, okay? Let's see. I like this dude. I subscribed to this dude recently. BCA or BC Amplified, I think his name is. 7/10 of the year 2026 just went off the yeah. This dude is hilarious. Baron Corbin is back for no fucking reason.
We are 3 weeks away from the second biggest event of WWE's calendar year. They have.
And Baron Corbin is back. I don't know what is going on, but a lot of people are saying WWE is not doing as well as they should be doing. You ain't surviving, lady. I'm sorry about that. You are not making it through. Ah. The doofus son-in-law. I don't think Triple H is doing that bad of a job, but with the whole Sammy thing and certain things, certain people he's been taking out of the play that have really been hot, like what's her name, Naomi, and then Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair was like the biggest name in all of wrestling, and then now she's like chain dog shit, dude. It's like, it's crazy. They doing what they think is right. I disagree. Oh, good shit. Can't even take it away from him. Maybe Baron Corbin should become the leader of the Vision. Somebody needs to be running the Vision, man. I don't like what they did with Braun Baker. Braun Baker. I'm calling him Baker. Braun Breaker should be World Heavyweight Champion, bro. That's just my personal opinion. I mean, after what he did with Seth Rollins, like, he's obviously trying to tell Seth Rollins something, boy. They didn't like Seth Rollins. Instead, I think it was more about Braun Breaker's vision as opposed to Seth Rollins' vision. I know he's called the visionary and all, but oh boy. Well, we might actually did everything I could, but dude, we got 8 whole lives. We'll be fine, I think. And plus, we're only like 9,000 away from like another life. This is how we should have ran Blaze, but I don't know. I think I was tired. Middle of the night. I'm not trying to make excuses, but shit. Come here, dude. Thank you. We always have problems with Chickapoo. She a beast, bro. She's a straight up beast. Told you. Yeah, she said the hell with that. She out. Baron fucking Corbin, baby. I mean, he got a great look. He got a pretty good look, but I don't know, like, they should just push him to be major villain. Got dude to the robot.
This is gonna be a mega push.
That means
Titles on Baron.
Mrs. Y is going to be actually beatable.
Title on Baron Corbin.
But man, I tell you,
And I guess
whooping my ass in a good way. I tell you that much.
all right. Wow.
Because we still got
In the garbage these days. But hey, Baron Corbin's back, guys. I didn't even know. Literally, SmackDown just went off the airwaves. We're cutting this review immediately after, so I haven't even really digested what I just witnessed. It was a main event of Mello and Trick. I knew they were
Well.
giving the title over to Mello. Then again, in this company, it put some fireworks to end the show, so they could mask what a bad show it was. Hey, another title changed hands. You never know what to do with this. You had to believe that Trick was going to keep that championship. See, I told you many weeks ago that this was unfolding. I told you guys before the events,
And that's that.
Baron Corbin is coming back to WWE. I didn't think they were going to dedicate a whole finish to Baron Corbin, and 3 weeks before SummerSlam, he's inserted into a mid-card championship. I guess at least it's not the world title. But now he's going to have what? This thing with Trick. Is he face?
All right. So we had a pretty good run here.
Of course not.
I think the next person we're going to be playing with is either... No, we're going to go ahead and go him. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so... But we probably are going to be on Loom, and we'll bring the original audio back. Food for Big Man, let's see. Yeah, we got that. And burger time. Alright guys, I will see you guys next time. I am True Sherm. Peace out.